I'm about to start a $1 million agency. And for this video, a solar marketing agency. So if you want to start or scale an online service-based business, then you should probably watch this video. The first step of scaling any business is obviously getting customers. Because if you have no customers, you make no money. So the first step is getting in front of people's eyeballs. Now the first way to go about doing that is through cold outreach. Now cold outreach is contacting people who have no idea who you are yet. They've never seen your face, they have no idea who your company is, and they have no idea what you guys do. So you can do that through a bunch of channels, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, email, going and knocking on somebody's door, cold calling. There's a bunch of different ways. The thing about cold outreach is it's always fucking free. So the way I'm going to be showing that off right now is through cold DMs on like Instagram or something like that. Now this message is something that I like to call a direct offer approach, right? And so what direct offer means is essentially you DM them, hey, do you want this thing that I sell? And then they're like, yes, or they're like, no, f off. Hey Jim, saw you're in the solar niche too. And something I want you to realize here is I'm like, what's up, Jim? I'm not like,
hey Jim, my name is Cole and I am the founder of this XYZ company. This fine establishment helps solar business owners.
No, it's just like, what's up, Jim? I started in the solar niche. It's just like less formal than you guys think it is, right? It's just like, what's up, Jim? Act like you already know him. Act like he's your cousin or your like uncle who you don't hang out with too often, right? And then so it's like, introduce yourself. And then was wondering if you were interested in taking on any more solar appointments on a pay-per-close basis right now. And so that's essentially the irresistible offer and the offer that we're running. Do you want to take on appointments on a pay-per-close basis? I know solar guys want appointments, so that's what I'm saying in the offer. And do you want to do it where you only pay me after they close? That sounds fucking awesome. So of course he's gonna reply. He's probably gonna say yes because it's an irresistible offer. And that's the most important thing that I want you guys to realize. Jim in this situation said, hey Cole, I'm always taking on appointments, brother. And then I reply, love to hear it, Jim. When do you have time for a quick 5 to 10 minute chat so I can give you some more info? Now all this is setting up the appointment. Now with cold outreach, all you're doing is selling the next point of contact. You're not selling your service. You're not selling the product. You're not like,
give me 5K right now, Jim.
Instead, you're just like, hey Jim, all I'm trying to do is get you on the next call. You're like putting them in the oven and you're letting them bake. So you contact them once, then you set up a next call, you contact them again, you set up a call after that, and then you make the ask, right? But you're giving more value and you're throwing the offer in their face more by just setting up the next call. And it's a lower barrier of entry for Jim to say yes to. So Jim goes tomorrow at 5 p.m. Now from here, I'd call Jim, I'd talk to him, ask him questions about what he wants, and then I would go set Jim up with another appointment where I would make the ask. Now, the next framework is something I like to call value first, where you give them value first. Same thing. Hey Jim, what's up, man? Not too formal. After that, I'm trying to get my name out there and blow up the solar industry by giving as much free value as physically possible. I was wondering if you wanted my solar sales script on how I close 20 deals in a single month for completely free. And you're not trying to sell anything to him. You're just like, hey, you want this free thing? You want this free value? And Jim's like, yes, I do. And so next, you send the thing that you tell them you were gonna send. And two of the most important things here is first, you make the free thing that you say you're gonna send them, you make them actually want that. So for solar, they want a sales script. Maybe for roofing, they'd want a guide on how to generate appointments. So you make them want that, and then you send them the script. You send them what you said. After you send them that, you start asking them questions. Asking them questions where their business is at, where they wanna be. And you kind of uncover a bottleneck that they have. So right here in Jim's case, where are you at with your business, by the way? Closing a few deals a month, all self-gen. For sure. How are you generating those appointments? Right now, I'm just door knocking. 100%, man. How's that going for you? Not great. I hate door knocking in the sun. Essentially, I asked him questions, leading him to be like, I have a problem. And then I'm like, Jim, you lucky mother... I have an answer, right? And so it's like, haha, I feel you, Jim. Want to hop on a quick phone call later tomorrow and I can help you with getting off the doors. Sure, bro. And so here, you're giving them value first and they're going to trust you way more and you're going to get a lot more replies because people, of course, like free shit. So the last scenario I'm going to show you is, again, same with the direct offer script. Hey, Jim, saw you were in the solar niche. Was wondering if you were taking on any more solar appointments on a pay-per-close basis. Now, Jim goes, no, f you. Stop spamming people. And that's the thing I need you to realize with cold outreach. People are going to get pissed at you. People are going to be assholes. But what you need to realize is that's on them. They were probably just having a bad day. Don't let it get to your head. Send the next DM. Send the next email. Make the next cold call. So when somebody says no to you, you don't lose any money, right? But maybe the next person will say yes and you can make some money. So at the end of the day, it's a volume game and don't let these people get to your head. But cold outreach brings up a few pitfalls, right? There's obviously a bunch of ways that it could fail just like anything else. Those things are, so who are we texting? What? So what are we saying? And reply. So for who? Who are we contacting? Now it depends if we're doing social media, it depends if we're doing emails, it depends if we're doing text, it depends if we're doing cold calls. Let's say you're doing social media. Essentially, you just look up your niche. Solar business owner, roofers. You join Facebook groups. You look at celebrities in your niche. So if you're in solar, you look at Zayn Jan. If you're in the agency space, you look at Iman Gaji, Joel Kaplan. You look at their followers, right? It's essentially really easy on social media to find somebody in your niche. That should never be a problem. Now, when it comes to emails or getting someone's contact information, there's a few ways to do that. So it's paid tools or a virgin list. So essentially you can scrape a list of contacts with a paid tool like D7 Lead Finder, Zoom Info, Apollo.io, and this will get you a bunch of contacts in your niche. All you do, you pay for it, you look up your niche, and you scrape all the contacts. Now the downfall of this method is everybody else in your industry is also getting all these lists from these places. So they've been ran through, right? Send thousands of emails, thousands of calls. So almost the better way to do it, but it's a little bit harder, a lot harder, is to get a virgin list. So this you would manually scrape, right? Go on Google Maps, find their website, find their number, pay someone on Fiverr to do that. But the pros here is those lists have not been ran through like these paid tools have. So this is gonna be a lot faster, but this is gonna be a lot better quality of the list. So essentially depending on your situation, depending on your niche, depending on your industry, it's whether you're gonna pick virgin list or paid tools. So for what? The answer to this is big value. Now, something you guys need to consider about cold outreach, especially, you need to lead with so much value or you're never gonna get results. You might still book some calls with cold outreach, but if you don't give them so much value that they feel stupid saying no to your DM, they're never gonna close. The reason is they don't know who the f you are. They don't trust you, they don't respect you, they don't see you as an authority. So it makes the sales process a lot harder. Essentially lead with a lot of value. So whether that's the best script you can give them that you possibly know, whether that's the most irresistible offer, guaranteeing they're at least gonna 3x their money that they invest. If you don't have a big offer, a lot of value in your cold outreach, you're never gonna succeed with this channel. So the third thing, reply. How are you gonna get replies? This, I like to call the 2 V's. How to get replies is value, volume. If we have a ton of value and a ton of volume, we're gonna get a ton of replies and make a ton of money. Right? And so all outreach is a volume game. Like I was talking about earlier, you're gonna get a lot of no's. People are gonna slam doors in your face, tell you to f off, things like that. But volume and value, these are the 2 most important things to get results with cold DMs, cold outreach, cold messages, cold emails, whatever it is, value and volume. So value, how much value can you provide to them for free? So free script, free whatever. Volume, send a lot more than you think you should. Let's say you're thinking about it and you think you can send 500 emails a day, and that's normal to you. Immediately just 3x it and make the goal 1,500 emails a day. You need way more volume if you want to succeed with this. So the second thing is running paid ads. Now, so if you don't know what paid ads are, it's essentially a commercial on somebody's social media page. You pay for a placement on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're running the ads are, you pay for that placement on the feed, essentially for people to see it. So they're gonna be scrolling. It's gonna be like a value, then Mr. Beast, and then their mom, and then a short form motivational content. And then next, it's gonna be your ad. So that's the type of stuff you're competing with. You're competing with Mr. Beast, their dog, their mom, some cute golden retriever, everything, right? So paid ads, if you can crack, it's gonna blow up your business. Now, the structure of a video creative, so basically a paid ad that's a video, is gonna be padded interrupt, call out, offer, body, CTA. What a padded interrupt is they're scrolling. And you need to catch their attention because the first 3 seconds of this video is so very important because they're scrolling. Like I said, they're watching all their favorite things on their feed. And then they suddenly see an ad. Why in the world would they take the time to watch that ad? Literally, like you need to give them a reason. So that's the whole purpose of the padded interrupt and the call out. So what this is like, think about it like this. If you were to see a video and it would be something crazy at the beginning, right? Some crazy hook, some crazy thing that catches your attention, you're gonna give it the time of day. If not, you're gonna scroll. So whatever it is, whether it's you're in a super weird setting, like you're targeting solar business owners and you're on like a roof, or you're saying something in a super weird voice, or you have something weird happening that essentially makes the viewer wanna watch, give it an extra second. Now the second thing is the call out. This is essentially who. So who are you targeting? Now the reason this is important is because we gotta call out who we wanna see our ad, our exact target avatar, or people are gonna end up slipping through the cracks and we're not gonna get a qualified audience. So call out who. Solar business owners over 50K a month. If you're a solar business owner closing over 10 deals a month, then watch this video, right? So it's like, exactly who do you want to watch the video and call them out, use their pain points. If you're a solar business owner and you just want to get out of the sun while you're knocking doors, then listen up, right? The more specific you get with the call out, the better your ads are going to perform because A, your target audience is going to feel like that you're talking to them specifically, and B, you're going to get more qualified leads because it's going to be your target audience. Now, next is the offer. And this is what I talked about with the cold outreach as well. Value, value, value. So essentially the first 3 seconds right here are going to be the pattern interrupt and the call out. So essentially trying to get the right people to watch the video and for them to watch it. Right after, in order to retain their attention, to get them to keep watching, we're going to give them value. So whatever our offer is, right? Whatever we're giving them, whatever their dream is. So 10 installs guaranteed, or a free solar sales script, whatever you're going to offer them in your ad, whether it's a lead magnet, whether you're just having a guarantee, whether it's 30 appointments, 50 shown calls, whatever it is, have that be right after the call out. So this whole thing should only be around 10 seconds long. Now the whole meat of the video is in the body, but what I need you to realize is the body isn't the most important part. It's the hook and the call out, because people are just watching it here. The hook and the call out is what's gonna make your viewer wanna watch. And if your viewer never watches, they're never gonna click. So the body is whatever you're offering them. Let's say we're gonna like place talent in your business, or let's say we're gonna do your content for you, or whatever you're doing, we have some AI bot. Whatever you're doing, that's going in the body. Last thing, CTA. CTA is call to action, basically making the ask. And all that is click the link below if this sounds interesting, book a call with me or a member of my team, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so this is an example ad for solar that I made. Now, something to consider. The clothes you're wearing, the type of person you are in your ad is gonna change stuff, right? And so like, if you're targeting solar business owners, maybe you would go outside, wear a polo, things like that, which is something I didn't do in this ad. If you're targeting doctors, maybe be more dressed up. If you're targeting girls, have a girl in the ad, right? And so like, people wanna see who they relate to. That's something to consider. So, right here, stop scrolling. If you're a solar pro struggling to get your team off the doors, then pay attention. So right there, stop scrolling. That's the pattern interrupt. And then I did the call out. If you're a solar pro, XYZ, then XYZ. You notice how I kind of dug on a little bit of pain there. It's if you're struggling to do this, if you want to do this, then pay attention, right? And so I caught their attention with a stop scrolling. And then I said, if you're here, then listen, right? Because I can still call out my direct audience by calling out a pain point. So like, not every time does the call out have to be like, if you're this person, listen. Like a lot of the times it's even better to do a pain point. If you're this and you feel like this, then pay attention. If you're feeling like this and you're feeling like this and you're having these struggles, then pay attention. Calling out by pain points can almost be even better than calling out by just a call out. The reason for that is they'll feel a little bit more emotional and connected to the action. I guarantee you 10 install deals or you don't pay a single dime. Yes, you heard that right. 10 install. So that's the irresistible offer. 10 install deals, so amazing. Or you don't pay a single dime. That's pretty self-explanatory. Essentially, what do these people want the most? Find out a way to literally guarantee it to them. If you don't have a guarantee, if you don't have a strong offer, your ad's not gonna perform nearly as well, like at all. The way to win with ads is to have a very, very strong offer. Meaning, if you don't close, then you don't pay. So here's how it works. Me and my team are gonna come into your business, plug our AI lead gen system in, and get you qualified homeowners that pass credit, that have the electricity bill, and that have both legs that are ready to go solar on autopilot. Something important here, I'm just explaining the system, the AI system ready to go on autopilot. Something you can do here is analyze trends. So what's big right now? AI. What do solar people like right now? AI. So that's why I said our AI system ready to go on autopilot. Now, something else to consider. You hear me say homeowners that are ready to go, that pass credit, that have both legs, things of that nature. The reason we say these types of things is because these are big pain points with solar guys. They don't have both legs, the leads don't answer the phone. And so like, if you can tie this into your body especially, and you'll build a lot of trust with your target audience, because they're gonna be like, this guy knows his shit. He's one of us. I gotta trust him. I gotta check his shit out versus just being like some marketer on the internet. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, click the link below, book a call with me or a member of my team, and let's talk about it. So essentially the end, CTA, click the link below, talk to me, talk to my team, whatever. That part's pretty simple. So here's some things to keep in mind while you're running paid ads, essentially getting them to succeed to the best of your ability. First thing is the hook. So what the hook is call out plus pattern interrupt, PI. This is the most important thing, right? Like I've been talking about the whole time. Spend a lot of time on this. If you have a good hook and a shitty body, your ad will still be good. So something you can do is play around with the hooks. You can have 3 different creatives, so 3 different videos, but all you can have is 3 different hooks and then use the same body every time. all those ads will convert much, much differently. What you need to understand is all you're doing is testing stuff. Does this work? Does this not work? Does my audience like this? How does this work? Once you find the stuff that works, that's when you can really scale hard with paid ads. So test 3 different hooks, 1 different body, find the hooks that work, replace the 2 that don't with 2 more hooks. Find out of those hooks, which one does the best, and then scale the ad that's doing the best and spend more money on it. Next, audience. Knowing your avatar and knowing your audience is so important when it comes to ads. If you don't know your audience and your avatar, you can't really market and sell. If you do, then it's really easy. And so like, if you know your exact avatar, what their pain points are, what exactly they want, then in the marketing, all you have to do is go about and give that to them. If you can create a perfect product for one single avatar, in your marketing, it will run. So then you can play with the call out and target your exact audience. And so like, if you know the pain points of these guys, it's something you can bring up in the ad. If you hate being on the doors and you just want to stop door knocking, if your team isn't getting both legs on their appointments, these are both solar phrases. And because I can say these things, these guys are gonna be like, this guy knows what he's talking about and I can trust him. That, as well as they're more likely to click on the ad because I'm digging on their pain points and offering a solution to them. Now, if you can crack these 2 things about your paid ads, you will succeed. Something else about the hook that I like to mention is you're in competition with their favorite shit. And the reason that is, you're literally on their following page. Their favorite people, their favorite accounts, their favorite creators, their favorite posts, you're in competition with them. People judge people a lot, right? They're gonna judge the way you look, they're gonna judge the way you sound, they're gonna judge your background, they're gonna judge everything. So something you need to keep in consideration, people are gonna be assholes and you just need to do you, focus on the hook, know your audience, and you'll succeed. Now, the third thing is posting content for free on the internet. So why is content good? Now, I'm gonna break this down into 3 parts. 1 is more leads, 2 is trust, and 3 is new leads. Now, the reason why content is so good is first, you get more leads. Now, this probably isn't the reason that you're thinking. When you send DMs, when you run paid ads, the first thing people are gonna do is click your profile. And if you have an optimized page and content, they're more likely to go back, reply to your email, reply to your text, reply to your DM, click on your paid ad, and you're gonna capitalize on more of your messages and ad spend. So essentially, having content is going to get you more leads with the outreach that you're already doing. Now 2, they're gonna trust you more because obviously, they're consuming content. When they're consuming content and you're giving them value for free without asking for anything in return, they're like, wow, this guy's smart. This guy's trying to help me out. It essentially makes you an authority in your niche, a delta individual in your niche. And this makes the sales process so much easier when they trust you and respect you already. So when they do see that content, they trust you, they got value from you, and they're way more likely to show up and buy on the call. Now 3, you get new leads. This isn't even the goal with content, but eventually it does happen. So new leads. Eventually, people are gonna come in through your content, whether that's DMing you, going into your funnel, whatever it is, however they sneak into the cracks, they're gonna come in from content. And this is gonna happen sometime in the future after you start posting and being consistent. But the leads that do come in from content are gonna trust you a lot because they've seen your content before. And again, they're gonna be an easy close. Now, so this is an example piece of content, right, of someone in the solar space. Generating leads by knocking hundreds of doors just isn't the way to do it anymore. You can only knock like 100 doors a day, it's super hot, you're getting doors slammed in your face, and you can only scale to like 5 to 10 deals a month doing this. So first thing I bring up is a hook. Again, you always need to have a hook when you're doing content, because if you don't, then people aren't gonna watch your video because they're gonna be like, oh.
The title doesn't align with the hook.
Right, and so the framework of this video that you'll see is like, this is what you're doing wrong, and this is why you're doing it wrong, and this is why you're not succeeding. And then after that, it's like, this is what you should do that's right, this is why it's right, and this is how you can do it. Because all we're trying to do here is educate them. So the way to solve this is by running paid ads. Now the thing with paid ads, you can get in front of a bunch of people every single day without even going outside, right? And so it's like, don't door knock because there's no leverage, you get sweaty, you can't scale, paid ads. And then it's like, okay, paid ads is good. Why is paid ads good? Because you can reach way more eyeballs, you don't have to go outside, right? And you can be remote in the comfort of your home. And essentially it allows you to scale at a much faster pace. So just educating these prospects that that's a good thing, right? Because you're giving them value. And when they do get on the sales call, they're gonna be like, oh, I need to run paid ads because I have more leverage. And then you're gonna be like, then buy my thing, I have paid ads, right? Also, when you're running paid ads, these people are coming to you. They're saying they're interested, so they're more interested and they have higher intent. Again, another positive of switching to paid ads rather than doing door-to-door. So when they have higher intent, obviously they're way easier to close. So you can get in front of way more eyeballs, they have higher intent, and they're way easier to close. It's a no-brainer. So the way you run paid ads is go get set up with Facebook. And so this is a breakdown of essentially how to do it. Now, something I want you guys to realize is don't be afraid to give all the information you know in your head, right? Because if you do that, then they're gonna be like, this guy's smart as why is he giving me so much free shit? And when you give so much for free, people are gonna wanna buy something from you because of something called reciprocity bias. Since you did something for them, they wanna hook you up back. Let's say me and you, we were to go get a steak dinner and I were to cover the bill. Next time you'd be like, Cole, I got you, right? Because you feel obligated to. And so it's like, A, they're gonna feel obligated to give back after you already helped them, but also they're gonna be in the position where like they're eventually gonna need your help. You solve their first problem for free, you give them all the information, but then you essentially like, hey, you want me to implement this? Give you more one-on-one help? Everything? Help you scale A to Z? Hit me up, I'll help you out. And then go use something called canva.com. On canva.com, you can make creatives, which is essentially an image, where you can put an image in front of the homeowner so they can see if they wanna go solar or not. Something else you can do is look up adslibrary.com, Facebook ads library, and look up solar and see what other people are doing. Take inspiration from that, and then you post it on Facebook with Facebook Business Manager. So essentially, when you do this, if you do it right, obviously you're gonna have a bunch of leads coming to you at a fairly cheap price, so you can get very predictable ROI, right? So essentially, how can you run paid ads? Why is it good? Retaining the audience, educating them on what they need to do, giving them a bunch of free value, right? Now, this is very tech savvy. And so if you aren't a tech guy and you don't wanna go through the effort of doing all of this, then click the link in the description, book a call with me or my team, and we'll help you out. So at the end, it's like the CTA, make the ask, right? The call to action. It's like, hey, you can go do this all by yourself now if you want. But if you want my help, you want me to help you implement it, you don't know how to set it up completely, you don't want to like go set up Facebook, that's just not your thing, contact me and we'll talk about it. So then it keeps your brand name, and it's not like this guy's just trying to sell me shit. It's just like, this guy's trying to help me out, and he's trying to help me out even more on the side. So something I want you guys to realize with making the ask is not to do it that often. Only do it like 1 in 10 videos. You don't want to just drain your audience of like asking. Nobody wants to be like a quote unquote fan or like consume content from somebody who's just like, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. It's just like, give 10 times, ask once. And when you do ask, make it really good so that next time you ask, everybody wants it again. So why could content fail? Now, in reality, if you're doing all the things right, content just isn't gonna fail. People are blowing up their businesses to essentially lead to you not making any money from your free content. And those things are consistency and fear. You need to be consistent more than anything when it comes to content. Now, there's a bunch of reasons for that. One being the people in your audience wanna see your face a lot. You can't just go and then disappear and be like, oh, what's up guys? I'm back. You need a consistent posting schedule where your audience can be like, oh, this guy's gonna post. I'm excited for his video. But more importantly, the reason why you need to be consistent, right, is so you can get better. Just like sales, just like marketing, just like anything, you're gonna suck at first. Your first 5 videos are gonna be shit. Your first 10 videos are gonna be shit. Probably your first 20 videos are gonna be shit. But every single video you make, you improve on something, right? You make it a little better, whether it's your scripting, whether it's your thumbnail, whether it's your title. Just keep getting better and stay consistent. Think of it on a longer time horizon. Rather than you guys being like, ooh, I'm gonna get leads tomorrow from content and I'm gonna make 100,000 per month. No, don't think about it like that. Think about if you made content every day for the next 5 years and got better every single video and kept on improving, how much money do you think you would have, right? And it's that simple. So be consistent and get better with your content. Second is fear. And there's a bunch of different fear, whether that's fear of starting, fear of being yourself, fear of being made fun of. So much fear comes when it comes to content. But what I need you guys to understand is like, you imagine yourself in a position where you're making $1 million a year, whether that's 1 mil, 2 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil, 100,000 a month, 10K a month, whatever. The version of yourself that is exactly where you want to be, do they have content? Do they have a personal brand? Yes, they do. And so like, you can't just teleport there is what I need you guys to say. There's a process. And the person that you want to be in 1 year when you're making 10K a month, the only way that you will become that person is by doing the actions that he or she would do right now, in this moment, every day. You are in complete control of who you become. You're in complete control if you become a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a billionaire, or if you never make this online business shit work and it doesn't succeed. So what I'm trying to get across is you live once. In the life you want to live, content is involved. And so if you start today, you will be so grateful for it in 1, 2, 3 years. And if you don't start today, in 1, 2, 3 years, you'll be like, shit, back in 2024 in January, I should have started content. I would have been locked in right now. So don't let yourself feel that regret and start literally right now. Your first video is gonna suck. People are gonna make fun of you, but it's okay, them, and you're gonna be all right.